All right. Hello, class.
Hello, hi.
You guys know me. I'm Miss Kelly. Today we're going to talk about decoding long words. Do you guys like reading long words?
Yeah.
Sometimes it's hard, right?
I like it.
Sometimes it's hard to figure out what the word says if you don't know what that word means,
I
right?
just want to enter two parts.
So today we're going to talk about splitting those words into syllables and trying to figure out what they say. Does that sound like a good plan? Okay.
Yeah.
So the more we practice, the more you'll become a stronger reader.
Yay.
What will help you become?
A stronger reader.
Perfect. Awesome. Okay. In other words, knowing how to break apart these big words are going to help you become a stronger reader, and it will help you with tests and with books in the future. So when you move to 5th grade next year and when you move to middle school, you're going to start to see more and more big words, right, Liam?
Yeah, it's going to be 2 of these in 5th grade.
Yep. So you guys have already learned how to sound out small words like cat, looking at the first letter and the last letter, right? And you guys know how to sound those words, those sounds out, right? So today we're going to talk about sounding out longer syllable words, okay? We're going to build on what you guys already know. And remember, a syllable is a beat in a word. What is a syllable?
A beat in a word.
Perfect. Awesome. That's correct. Now remember, you guys have already learned a little bit about this with Miss McGavin. There are things called a closed syllable and an open syllable.
Vowel, consonant, vowel.
And Star said it, vowel, consonant, E, right? Syllables are also known as silent E syllables. Sound good?
Yeah.
So we're going to go over all of those today. All right, so you guys are going to stay seated like you're already doing, like you do with Miss McGavin. We're going to respond as a group, okay? If you have a question, I want you to raise your hand and ask, okay? And I want you to try your best. Miss McGavin said that if you guys do awesome with Miss Kelly, by the end, you guys can have 5 minutes with sensory events, okay? Sound good? All right. I'm going to write a word on the board. The word is forgotten.
Forgotten. It's not a bunch of different words. It's a bunch of different words combined into one word.
Just like you do with Miss McGavin, I want you to put your hands under your mouth. And we're going to sound out the word together. Ready? Forgotten. How many times did your mouth drop?
3.
Perfect. That's how many syllables are in the word forgotten. How many syllables?
4. 3. 3.
3.
It's 4.
Close. All right. Now, do you guys remember, are these syllables closed or open? Ava, what do you think? Yes, that's what it's there for.
Okay. Closed.
Not quite. These are closed syllables. Why are these closed syllables, Scarlett?
Because it's not vowel, consonant, it's consonant, vowel, consonant.
Right. So Miss McGavin always tells you look for the vowels first, right?
Yeah.
Liam, what vowels are in the words forgotten? Name the 3 vowels. What vowel is that?
O. O. E.
Are all 3 of those vowels closed in by consonants?
Yes.
So they are what?
Closed.
Perfect.
A-E-I-O-U.
Perfect. Okay. All right. Now that we've talked about closed and open syllables, we're going to talk about a different word. Liam, are you looking? I see Ava and see Scar looking.
You didn't rock your head. Wait.
Make. Okay, let's look at this word. Is this word a closed syllable or an open syllable?
A silent E syllable.
A silent E syllable, or you can also say it's an open syllable. But what makes it a silent E?
The silent E is silent, so you cross it.
Okay, so y'all normally cross it out, right?
The vowel is one, you code it with an acron, and then we put like an E for a sign at the uppercase E. Yeah, uppercase E.
I love it. Okay, so Miss McGavin might teach it a little bit differently than Miss Kelly, but is that kind of how it looks whenever you guys learned it? Okay, perfect. All right, so we know that the silent E at the end makes the A say
Its name.
Its name. What does the A sound like when it says its name? A. Good. Awesome. All right. Now we're going to review our vocabulary words, okay? So you guys have some of them up here, but I'm going to go through them in order from my list, okay? Decoding. Decoding means that we are breaking apart words and trying to figure out what they say and mean. You're good. When we decoded the word forgotten, we broke it up into syllables. That's called decoding. Okay. All right. A syllable is a beat in a word. What's a syllable?
A beat in a word.
What's a syllable, Scar?
A beat in a.
What's a syllable, Liam?
A beat in a word.
Perfect. Awesome. That's correct. Words can have one or more syllables, like the word sunset. Sunset. Perfect. Two syllables. Good. All right. Now let's have Scar. You want to read another definition for me? So you can do it. It's called a prefix. Have you heard of that word before? I think you have with Miss McGavin. All right, you're going to start here. A prefix.
A prefix is a small, small, small word we add to the beginning of a word.
Perfect. Stop. All right. So a prefix is a small word part
that we add to the beginning of a word.
Awesome. Can you say it in your own words?
Prefix, in my own words,
or yeah. What do you think a prefix is?
It's a small word that you put at the beginning of a sentence.
A sentence or a word. Perfect. Awesome. Yep. A prefix is a small word part that you add to the beginning of a word. All right. Now we're going to talk about what a suffix is. A suffix doesn't come at the beginning. It comes at the end. A suffix is a small word part that comes at the end of a word, like jumping.
Jumping.
Ing is the suffix. Jumping. What's the suffix, Liam? Jump or ing?
Jumping. Ing.
Good. Awesome. All right. So we talked about prefixes and suffixes. Now we're going to go over what an open syllable is and a closed syllable. I want you to face me, okay?
Okay.
All right. An open syllable is one in which a vowel is followed by nothing.
Yeah.
Like go, like be, hi. Those are open because they end in what, Scar? A vowel or a consonant?
A vowel or consonant. But if it's consonant, vowel, consonant, then it's closed.
Right. So is this syllable end in a vowel or a consonant?
A vowel. It's
okay.
Go.
Perfect. All right. So now we know that open syllables end in vowels. Closed syllables, Ava. What do you think a closed syllable is? It's a what, and a what?
It's a vowel.
Yes.
It's for basket is a vowel, consonant, consonant, vowel.
What does it end in?
Consonant.
Perfect. It's closed in by a consonant. Awesome job, guys. All right. I am going to give you guys a sheet that we're going to work on together. One for you, my friend. Do you like it or no?
I like it.
Ava? All right.
Some colors.
Star, Liam, and Ben.
Markers.
All right, so let's put our name on top and our date. The date is May 1st or 5-1.
Our last name too, right?
Sure. I love it. You don't have to. I like Scarlett's
5-2.
extra.
What is it?
5-. It's only the first today.
5-1.
First day of May.
2.
Write your name and
You
date.
can also write my name in cursive, Nancy.
Oh.
We've been learning cursive for that.
I know. Miss McGavin was practicing it earlier too.
So, what's the sense we've been studying what? It's in the corner.
They're actually in the back today.
Like we usually are.
5-1.
I'm done.
Good job, Ava. All right. Now we're gonna practice on this worksheet. Do y'all see that this worksheet has 3 parts? There's a
Yeah.
part 1, part 2, and part 3. We're gonna do each part together, okay? Now, part 1, you're gonna see there's a graphic organizer. The first column says word. The second column says syllable slash. And the third column says syllable types. Let's do the first one together. It's actually already done for you, but it should be super easy, okay? So the word is sunset. Sunset. We're gonna break it apart into 2 syllables. Sunset. Where do we break it apart, Ava?
Sun.
Ava's after the end. All right, start.
Yes.
Our sun and set. What kind of syllables are these?
Closed syllable.
Closed. They're closed and closed. Why are they closed?
Because it's consonant, vowel, consonant, consonant, vowel, consonant.
Perfect. Awesome. So in the last column, it should say closed and closed. All right. Do you guys want to do the next 3 on your own, or do you want to practice with Miss Kelly?
Fine.
You want to try it on your own? Okay. Liam, do you want to try to do the next 3 on your own,
Yeah.
or do you want help from Miss Kelly
Hope.
or Mom? What about you, Scar?
I can do it on my own.
Oh. Liam,
It should help.
what's the next word?
Table.
Good. Table. Where are we going to break it apart?
Here.
Good. Awesome. Now you're going to write running. Perfect. You're going to write what kinds of syllables is remember, top. Is table closed or is it open?
Silent. So open.
So you're going to write open here. Like this, open.
I need help on this one.
And then comma. And what kind of syllable is BLE?
Close.
Open. What does it end in?
A vowel.
So is it closed or open?
Open.
Yeah. Perfect.
Okay, now I'm sending it.
All right, say it with me. T. Sure.
T. And this one. Run, and then the E.
Right, Liam, do teacher.
All done.
All right, so we're going to check them together.
I'm almost done.
This marker is running out. Okay, cool. All right. I think I did it a little bit too slow with you, Scarlett. Teacher.
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 Got it. That was too easy.
Is that how it looks?
Mhm.
Liam, look at yours.
Sure.
Is that how yours looks? Okay.
We can do it. T.
I know, I
But-
did. I did.
Teach. Open.
Teacher. I did. You are
Teacher.
correct.
And ready to go.
What kind of syllable is teach, Scar?
It's closed.
Perfect. Awesome. This one's correct. This one's not quite correct. Teach. Does CH, is that a vowel or a consonant? CH?
A consonant.
Yeah, so it should be what?
Open.
Closed.
Oh.
So teacher is going to be closed and closed.
Down the
You guys are doing so good. Running is, that first one is closed, so that's correct.
Obviously, we need to use bathroom.
Okay, Liam, go ahead. You're good.
Run is run is open. Don't forget to leave the door crackling because
That's right, good.
Because
All right, so Scar, did you do it like this? This is what Ava said.
yes.
And then did you do closed and closed?
Right.
So make sure you write those in that column too.
You see,
Closed.
it's so straight.
And
I didn't do this.
that's okay. You want to fill them in?
What time?
You can even just write O or C, open or close. Perfect. Okay.
C. C. O. This question's done.
Y'all feeling good so far?
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, we're gonna work on the second part together. Liam did this yesterday, so he's okay to not have to do it again. Yeah, he did this with his brother yesterday. Can you believe it? Yes, we did it at home.
Oh, it's for practice reading.
It is.
It's meant to practice reading.
Teacher practice.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so this is a little bit easier. You're going to be looking at these words and you're going to be deciding where you're going to put the slash.
Can I read this sign?
You can read the first one to me. What is that first word? No, this one.
Oh,
what is
jumping.
Okay, Scar, where do you think we're going to divide jumping?
Like for the ing.
Okay, so in between what two letters?
Between P and I.
Perfect. Awesome. Yep, so you're going to divide this word, Ava, in between the P slash ing. So that's what you're going to write on the blank.
And then the slash. We learned like a
Perfect. Did you write it? Awesome. All right, can you do the next three without me?
Yeah.
You think you can do it?
Yeah.
Okay. The second word is kindness. Good, Ava. That looks awesome. That was a hard word.
This one.
Forgotten.
I remember that big too. This one.
Misplaced.
Did I do?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Girl, you got it.
I just.
You did the back there, hands.
Because I didn't want to post it.
Oh.
That's a number.
Perfect. Misplaced.
I think
You got it, girl.
I think I can jumping. Your hands are cool.
I know. Okay. The last one. The last section is we are going to work on suffixes and prefixes. Do you remember us talking about this at the beginning?
Yeah.
What is a prefix? A prefix comes at the beginning of a word. The prefix comes at the
middle.
Beginning. Okay. The prefix comes at the
Beginning.
The prefix comes at the
Beginning.
Okay. The suffix comes at the perfect. All right. So these are small words that make the word change. Okay. So like, for instance, replay. Replay. Re is the prefix and it changes the word play.
How come these are all?
Means play again, right? Replay. Like if you're replaying your video, you're playing it again.
I did.
Okay. All right. So you guys are each going to get a yellow and a blue. Yeah.
Wait, why is it open?
I know. I gave it to you open. All right. So Scar is the only one that has the highlighter. So Ava, you're just going to use it as an underline. So Liam, we are on number 3 now. Okay. I'll do number 2 with you later. Okay.
I think I get
All right. So you are going to
open
hold on.
Highlighting.
You're going to highlight your prefix, which is at the beginning with yellow.
Okay.
If it has a suffix at the end, you're going to underline it or highlight it with a blue. Capiche?
No.
Okay, so the suffix at the end is going to get blue. Good. Well, remember, is it a root word? If it's a root word, we don't highlight it.
What's a root word?
A root word is the word that comes with the suffix or the prefix. It's a word on its own.
And is this a new one? Wait, now what do I?
Here, let's do the first one together.
Okay.
So, include. So is it already divided? Yeah. Okay.
Well, I like that.
The N is the prefix, so you're only going to highlight N in yellow. So Liam, grab your yellow highlighter. And you're going to, everybody's already highlighted it except for you, Liam. Highlight the word N and include, okay? The next word, hold on, we're gonna do that one together. Careless. I know, care. Is that a word on its own?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a root word. Careless.
That's a root.
Less is the suffix, so you're going to highlight it or underline it in blue.
That's a word.
Less, you're right, it actually, less is a word, but it's also a suffix.
This is fun. The next one, so yes.
Yeah. Do you guys want to try the next four without me?
Yeah.
Okay.
What? No.
Okay, we're gonna go over them together, okay? Whenever Scar's done, whenever Liam's done.
I can't read these two.
Triangle.
Is a word.
This is correct, Ava, but angle is a word on its own, so it actually doesn't need to be under.
That's a word.
And then writing is the word, so just the ER is the prefix, okay? I mean the suffix. Writer, right?
Yes. This one.
Perfect, Liam. All right, how y'all feeling? Thumbs up?
Yes.
Okay. All right. You guys did awesome jobs on your papers. Can I have them?
Yeah.
Thank you. Can I have your highlighters? And your pencils, please. Thanks so much. All right, the last part of our lesson, and then you guys are on your way to sensory bedtime. We are going to read sight words together. I'm going to hold up the word and I'm going to read it to you. And then you're going to practice reading it on your own. Okay? You guys got this. There. Repeat it after me. Okay. There. Let me say it first. Okay. Enough.
Enough.
This one's hard. Thought.
Thought.
Look at the word.
Thought.
People.
People.
Every.
Every.
All right. Do you guys think you can do it without me? We're going to do it all together. You ready?
As long
as it's not what?
Sago.
Okay. Y'all ready?
Yeah.
Liam?
There.
Awesome.
Enough. Thought. People. Every.
Okay, awesome. All right, hold on. Before you guys take off to the sensory events, y'all rock that. Awesome. And okay, so we practiced breaking apart big words. Remember, you guys can use these strategies whenever you're reading or whenever you're writing, whenever you're trying to figure out what does that big word say. Try to see if there's a prefix or a suffix, or try to see if you can sound out each syllable, okay? How do you guys feel about today's lesson? Thumbs up if you feel like you got it, or in the middle if you feel like you need more practice. Everybody show me thumbs up.
Not in the middle, but just
Kind of in between middle and up. Okay, almost. I love it.
Because it was a little hard to figure out the word.
So, and the way Miss Kelly taught it might have been a little different than the way Miss McGowan taught it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, since you guys stay seated, you raised your hand, and then you also did such hard work. I'm so proud of you. Thank you. Y'all are in 5 minutes for the sensory event. Good job. Thank you. You want to stop it for me?